test. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic test. Mic test. Good afternoon, wadau. Hamjambo. Good afternoon. This is the Senate of Kenya. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the live proceedings of the Senate this afternoon. This being the second day where the House in plenary is hearing, reading itself for determination on the issue facing the governor for Kericho, Governor Erick Mutai, who is facing impeachment after the county assembly of Kericho impeached him. This being the second time that the governor is finding himself in the Senate. He was saved earlier on this year, but yet again, the governor is at the mercy of senators who will have to keenly listen and observe to the presentation in form of evidence that will be adduced before the House before making a determination in form of a vote to either uphold the impeachment by the County Assembly of Kericho or to quash the charges facing the governor. The Speaker's procession is making its way into the chamber with that announcement from the Sergeant-at-Arms notifying senators that the Speaker is making his way. You can see them upstanding, ready for that live broadcast that is being brought to you by the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation in partnership with the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit. Allow me to hand you over so you can follow up during this afternoon sitting where the House will be concluding on the presentation by MCAs and moving on to the Defense Council.
Mwenyezi Mungu, twakusihi ututazame kwa neema nyingi na baraka sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita kwa nyadhifa za uongozi katika jamhuri hii yetu. Twakuomba utuwajalie tuyatende na kufikia mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Clerk, do you have quorum? Sergeant-at-Arms, kindly ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
Well, the business of the Senate has commenced this afternoon, and upon the commencement, the quorum bell is on ring mode as per the directives by the Speaker to allow senators within the presence of Parliament to make their way back into the House for the afternoon session. Remember, during this afternoon session, we'll be having the evidence by the County Assembly, who have a balance of about 20 minutes to conclude on that before the House moves to hear from the Governor and the team representing the Governor. It is a balance of 20 minutes, and there will be provision for re-examination. After that, the House will be moving to the Defense Council, where the Governor has been allocated a maximum of 2 hours for cross-examination, and the balance for cross-examination from the witnesses presented by the County Assembly. The Governor's team has 10 minutes for cross-examination. During this afternoon sitting, the House also, according to the rules on matters impeachment, the senators will also be seeking further clarifications and asking questions in regards to the presentation made before the House. According to the running order or the program for this impeachment, the Senate has planned itself that about 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. the Senate will be considering the evidence by the Governor, this being the evidence of witness, if any, cross-examination and re-examination. It is an exercise that has been allocated 5 hours, with the Governor having a maximum of 3 hours for evidence by witness and re-examination.
Now, we will therefore proceed with the afternoon's business as contained in the order paper. Clerk, you may proceed to call the first order.
Order number 1, communication from the Chair. Order number 2, hearing and determination on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Dr. Erick Mutai, Governor of Kericho County.
Now, at the rise of the House, we had Honorable Albert Kipkoech. He had given his evidence, cross-examined, re-examined. It was for senators to seek clarifications, and most of you had done that. I will pick 4 more, and then we move to the next witness. Now, honorable senators, today we may have to go all the way to midnight if you're to serve tomorrow. So just mentally prepare yourself for the long haul. It's going to be a long flight today. Sergeant, at times you may usher in the witness. Honorable Albert, just to remind you that you're still under oath. I will therefore proceed to call Senator Enoch to seek your clarification.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, mine is directly to the witness. And he has brought before the Senate a number of issues of impropriety, allegedly, against the governor. What I wanted to know from him, so that I make up my mind on how to proceed, is whether the governor, in his own opinion, is guilty on account of being the head of the county government of Kericho, or he can in any way connect the acts of impropriety directly to the governor. Thank you.
Senator Fanandi, Senator Chirange.
Speaker, just two clarifications to Mheshimiwa Albert. One is that, what is your opinion? You know very well that the governor does not sit in procurement processes. So what is the nexus between what you have tabled before the House and the governor's role? Number two, looking at page 41 on volume 4, I can see there is lunch, tea, and snacks, soft drinks. I can see in this 2.985 million, 25 soft drinks of 500 ml has been paid, not majority leader, but milliliters, so that there is clarity, of 293,750 shillings. If you divide by 25, it shows that one bottle of soft drink was procured at 11,750. So what will be your opinion? In 500 hired plastic chairs, 200,000, one chair was hired at 400 shillings. So what will be your opinion? And shed light on the issue of tissues and sodas as per this voucher number 41. Finally, Chair, do you have any evidence that Lea Chipchirchir, who has signed most of these vouchers, is no longer working within the governance structure of Kericho County? I yield, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Mungatana.
Mr. Speaker, there was a very grave allegation that was made by the governor that the reports of the ad hoc committee, in fact, not just this one, but this report and another report, were filed after the impeachment, that there was no opportunity for the governor to exercise his authority on his officers so that those mistakes or problems can be resolved. So I wanted to ask the chair of this ad hoc committee, the witness, to clarify to us when was this report served on the governor, and when was it that you actually moved the impeachment, so that we are clear that there was no ill motive as alleged by the governor in his opening statement. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Manzo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask the witness, in order of things, there are matters which Senate can settle or oversight and matters which the County Assembly can oversight. In these particular allegations, did the County Assembly exhaust all its internal mechanisms and did it give the governor an opportunity to be heard as is required by the law before it comes to the Senate? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mutinda Tabitha.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. From what has been presented as exhibit, as far as the payments issue are concerned, my concern, Mr. Speaker, is to the governor. All these various payments from the different departments that have been queried, what actually would be his take? And when I listened to the MCA, he stated that they do not do oversight. I would want to understand then what is their role, because when he was asked if they did ask the governor to appear to be able to explain the fictitious payments that had been done, you seemed not to have authority to summon the governor. We would also need a clarity from the MCA. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wafula.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is from the way you've ably taken us through this document. Just to know, you are doing how many terms as an MCA so that Kenyans can understand the caliber of MCAs we have in the county assemblies. Thank you.
Senator Mwaruma. Honorable Albert, you need not respond to the query that has been raised by the Honorable Senator Wafula. It is of zero help to these proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mine is to the governor as the CEO of the county. Was he aware that money was paid for renovations on houses which was not done? Was he aware as the CEO? Because we were shown payments that were done and there was no work that was done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Lastly, Senator Murango. Then we allow Honorable MCA to respond.
Asante sana, Mr. Speaker. Swali langu ambao nitauliza ni kama, kwa sababu hapo awali nilikuwa pia mwakilishi wa Andi, ningetaka nijue kama kuna ukurumba ama ushuhumba wote ambao uko katikati ya mbunge la Kericho, kati ya bunge na gavana, ama sana sana wale mawaziri katika ambao wanafanya kazi na wao. Na la pili, ningetaka nijue katika kamati ya ukaguzi na wasimbu CPAC katika mbunge la gatuzi la Kericho, kuko na ripoti yoyote ambayo ilitolewa kulingana na matumizi ya pesa ambayo mumeleta mbele yetu leo kama bunge la Seneti? Asante sana, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed to respond, Honorable Albert.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Senators. I will start with the first question. I didn't get the name, but allow me to respond to all the questions that you have raised. The first one is that, Honorable Senators, you need to appreciate that the county CEO is the governor. And since he's the governor, he's supposed to put preventive obligations in all the expenditures that is being done in the counties. Remember, Honorable Senators, that these monies that is alluded to be fictitious was paid in February this year. It only happens that our DG brought into the attention of the public in July. That is 5 months after. Does it mean that there was no internal controls? Or does it mean that governor did not have an intelligence that there is something fishy that is going on in his county, especially on issues of payments? So to me, I have a belief that the governor should have a preventive obligations 24/7 to make sure that everything that is happening in each and every department, he knows it and he sees it if it benefits the public. That's the first one. The second one, Mheshimiwa Senator Cherargei has asked if there is nexus. Allow me to say that, of course, it is there. It cannot, these issues of fictitious payment, it cannot happen in all the departments without the knowledge of the governor, unless there is a very big distance between the governor and the departments, or he has left automatically the county. So to me, I want to believe that there is that connection, because something, for example, an issue of agriculture, whereby soybeans was paid to a tune of 15 million. Does it mean the governor can just stay without knowing that there is a cooperative society that is expecting 5 million for raw materials that is meant for cooperative society? To me, there is that link. Or I will also say that maybe the governor is complicit is aware. It's only that maybe when these things happened, he was protecting it until the other day when our DG whistleblowed it. So to me, Mheshimiwa Cherargei, there's a very good connection between His Excellency the Governor and all the happenings, especially on fictitious payment. Mheshimiwa Cherargei also said about the issue of Denby Holdings Limited, whereby there is exorbitant prices. Volume 4, page 41. I want to confirm to you that, when you are paying something that is fictitious, something that you are stealing, of course, wrongs must be there. So maybe they were saying that these things will not be known. And the only way to siphon this money was through soft drinks. And that is the reason, unfortunately, when we noticed it, is when, up to today, he has not told us the truth, if that soda or that soft drink costed that 500 shillings or 1,100. Another thing also about Lea Chirchir, I can confirm that. I want to confirm because I was elected in 2017, so I was with Lea in 2017, 2022. And then when the governor came in, he brought his people as chief officer. So I'm very much aware that Lea Chirchir was there before and is no longer there today. The CEO that is there is QS Anderson Terer. Another question on reports. It is not the first time that the Kericho County Assembly is responding to or is giving His Excellency the Governor ad hoc reports. There was a report that we gave him in 2023. He has not acted upon that report up to today. There is also another report on Kasim Tani. He has not acted on that report up to today. So it's only that maybe it's unfortunate, or in what kwa bahati mbaya, there is this collusion now that maybe this issue of ad hoc committee on fictitious payment is coming in when he's being impeached. But he has that habit of not responding to reports. On oversight...
Honorable Albert, yes. Just be specific to the questions raised by Senator Mungatana. Which came first, the tabling of the impeachment motion or the transmission of the ad hoc report on fictitious payment to the governor?
The transmission. We gave him the report on date 5th of August 2025. Motion was tabled on 6th. Okay, on issue of...
You're saying the report was transmitted on the 5th?
Yes.
And the motion tabled on the 6th?
Yes.
Okay, proceed.
But remember, Honorable Senators, that the only person who prepares a motion should give us the reason as to why he decided to use report on fictitious payment. So maybe that one can be answered well when the mover will appear here.
It's okay. Proceed, Mheshimiwa.
There was that question on oversight, whether we have invited the governor to appear to the assembly. I want to leave that to you because the issue of law, are we allowed to invite the governor to the assembly to answer on issues? I want to believe that the only way we can invite the governor to the assembly is through the impeachment. And that is the reason why we invited him on date 15th to answer on these issues. Unfortunately, he did not answer on that particular day, especially on 85 million that was siphoned through fictitious payment.
Mheshimiwa, the Honorable Senator for Makueni asked this question. Yes. That having worked so diligently as a county assembly, and unearthed the fictitious payment and compiled a report, was it not prudent on your part to hear the other side through the governor, so that he can explain exactly what happened and maybe what action he may or...
Yes, we did. We invited CCs, headed by CC Finance and his team from the Finance, and also all the chief officers from the affected departments. And I want to believe that since he heads the cabinet, those people were responsibly represented him at the assembly. Okay, you told me not to answer the issues of terms, but in a nutshell, I was here since the inception of devolution. I got an opportunity as nominated, then thereafter I was elected. So I've been here for 3 terms. On the issue of PAC, the Assembly responded to these issues of 85 million financial impropriety because DG wrote the letter to the Assembly listing the 46 companies that was affected. And he advised the Assembly to investigate. And that is the reason why we started with establishment of a committee to look into these issues, and maybe later on, if all these issues will appear in the audit reports, that is where maybe public accounts will look into it. Otherwise, I think I've finished all the questions. Maybe,
thank you.
Maybe if there is any that I've forgotten.
What is the issue, Senator Tabitha? I thought it was the issue of oversight, and he has responded to it. We will now move to the next witness. We need to make progress in this matter. Senator Kavindu, you had an opportunity to ask a question. Okay, before we stand down the witness, just take this one question, last question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just one question to the witness. You say that you've just answered one of the questions and said that you had summoned the CECs and the CEOs. I would like to know, when was this done? Because part of the MCA's job is to oversight the executive. And if there was all these irregularities, definitely you would have summoned the CECs to come to appear before you as the counter assembly and answer questions. And then the report, was the report forwarded also to the governor? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you. Allow me to state that we invited them. If you have my affidavit, volume 2, allow me to take you to paragraph 9, page 52. And then I want you to also take volume 4, The first witness invitation letter is in page 221, and that is the whistleblower. So you can see the date. He appeared on 24th July. So we invited all of them, and it was based on the letter that was written to us by DG on 10th July. We were not acting as the normal oversight, because if it is normal oversight, it means the CC Finance will be invited by the Committee on Finance. If it is the issue of lands, there is Committee on Lands and several other committees of the Assembly. But this one was an exceptional case because the DG wrote a letter to the Assembly requesting that we investigate this matter, which it had 45 companies that was paid in February and in March. Thank you.
Honorable Albert, are you therefore saying that it is the governor who requested you to investigate?
The deputy governor.
That is the office of the governor. Is that your testimony?
Of course, since he's the principal assistant, it's the office of the governor.
That requested you to investigate?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we will now move to the next witness. We need to move, we need to make progress in this matter. Council for County Assembly, you may now usher in your next. How many witnesses do you have? Because between this witness and your last witness, you have only 20 minutes and 32 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, for the constraint of time, we will be calling our last witness. Mr. Kiprotich Rogoni. And as we usher him in, his affidavit is to be found at volume 2 at pages 1 to 50. Volume 2 of the County Assembly's documents, pages 1 to 50.
Okay. I, Honorable Kiprotich Rogony, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before the Senate in respect of the matters before the Senate shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Rogoni, and good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Kindly introduce yourself with your full names and what you do for a living and how you are associated with the motion before the Senate.
Thank you. My name is Honorable Kiprotich Rogony. I'm the member of County Assembly representing Sigawet Ward in Sigawet Sub-County, Sigawet Soin constituency.
You also confirm that you are the mover of the motion before Senate today?
Yes.
And you prosecuted the same before the County Assembly?
Yes.
Do you also confirm that the motion met the threshold under Section 33 of the County Governments Act and the standing orders of your Assembly?
Yes.
How so? How did it meet the threshold?
We voted, when the vote was called, we voted, the members voted 33 of the 47. Threshold is 32 members of the County Assembly.
So you confirm that the threshold was met?
It was met.
Thank you. You have been, because of limitations of time, I will go straight to the issues. You were present before Senate yesterday, rather you must have watched, and you were accused of having called one of the MCAs and bragging that you voted on their behalf, and there was an audio that was played to that effect.
I followed the proceedings, and there was an audio that was played.
Let me ask the question. Was that you in that audio that made those utterances?
No.
Have you at any given time talked to that member of County Assembly making those brags?
I don't recall. I've never spoken to him on the subject matter that was played out in this Senate.
So you confirm that you did not call the honorable member making those allegations?
I didn't.
And as a matter of fact, did you vote for this member of county assembly or any other member of the county assembly?
I only voted for myself. I never voted for anybody else.
Are you aware of any instances where one member of the county assembly might have voted for another?
It was impossible because from the link, if you voted, once you voted once, it becomes inactive. So you cannot vote twice.
Thank you. Indeed, look at volume 1 of the governor's documents at page 261. Volume 261 of the governor's response. Volume 1, rather, page 261. There is a certificate of electronic evidence.
Yes.
Are you in that page?
See? Yes.
Is the number provided therein your number?
It is incomplete. It's not mine.
It is not your number?
Yes.
For record purposes, kindly tell the honorable senators what your number is that you ordinarily use and how many numbers you have for that matter.
I have only one number. My number is 0724 290 295.
Is that the number that appears on that electronic certificate of electronic evidence?
It is not.
Thank you. That is at page 261 of volume 1 of the governor's response, at paragraph 2. Volume 1 of the governor's response, page 261, at paragraph 2. What would you say then of the member who accuses you of having called them, confirming that you voted for them?
The claims by the member, I can say, is malicious because even from the audio, I could not even tell who the person he was talking to was. So I wasn't the one he was talking to.
Thank you. You have been following proceedings in this impeachment process. Most of the grounds have been covered by witnesses who came before you, so I will limit your evidence to the remaining issues. Let us go to the issue of the Londiani accident and how you allege the governor of having misappropriated funds that were donated for the victims. First of all, confirm how many members of the public lost their lives during that unfortunate accident.
From the report of the ADO committee, 52 members were lost in the accident.
How many others were injured?
From the report, 77 others were injured.
Were you a member of that committee?
I was not.
You are not. But are you familiar with the findings of the report?
I am aware because the report was tabled before the House and I was part of the people who are present.
Thank you. Let us play County Assembly's videos, KCAV 8 of the County Assembly's videos, kindly.
Takes to ensure that the victims are compensated properly. I must admit that having looked into the circulation of social media and having also asked about the money that is still there, the committee confirms to me that progressively they've been giving out money and they've been giving out money to the victims and even the families that have continued to be identified and even those that are still in the hospital, and they've been progressively doing that. They have also indicated to me that there is still money that are yet to be dispatched, and in the process of this we have border borders that were affected, and they have indicated to me that they are also in the plans of giving out money to the border borders, those who are affected, and also dispatching money to those who were not been given. To address this, I'm taking an immediate action, and before I do that, I want to confirm here to the public that I had said the hospital bills would be met by the county government of Kericho. The position is still the same. That is a commitment from me as the governor of this county. The medical expenses, and what I mean by expenses, I mean the treatment of the patients. We have patients in the hospital, normally you pay for the doctor, you pay for the beds, and we have continued to say, and I still indicate here today, that medical bills will still be met by the county government of Kericho. Those that were in the mortuary, we waived the mortuary fee, we waived it to zero, and there is no money that families paid or that were paid for the same, because we waived more than 2 million and then the hospital. It is therefore then, based on the circulation that's been there on social media, I would wish to indicate as the governor today that there is no money that should be paid to Londiani Hospital or Kericho Revaro Hospital. The money belongs to the victims, it belongs to the survivors. And I have directed today to the committee that they need to step out, make sure that whatever money they still have be paid immediately and promptly.
Thank you. We can stop there. The governor is alluding to a committee that is in place. What was this committee that he was alluding to, that he's seeking to direct on what to do?
You will recall when there was a whistle blow on the issues of this fund, the Speaker formed another committee that was led by the Honorable Moses Rotich, MCA Tendeno Soget. Now the governor came up with a committee of his own. Now this is the committee he's talking about. Who are
members of that committee?
I cannot recall the names of all of them, but now there is also a committee formed by the governor and the county commissioner that was led by the then county secretary, Dr. Wesley Bor, and the county commissioner being a co-chair.
And who appointed this committee?
The governor himself.
The governor himself. It is the same committee that the governor is seeking to direct on how to use the funds, correct?
Yes.
So would you say that the governor was in control, in charge of this committee?
He was purely because of the...
Just yes or no?
Yes.
Did you say he is or he is not?
He is in charge of the committee.
Thank you. And we have seen the governor confirming that no money will be paid to any hospital and that the money that was donated was meant for the victims, correct?
That is true.
What did the committee investigating how these funds were used
So the other committee discovered that there were minutes drawn by the same committee that we talked about, led by Dr. Wesley Bor, where the victims were paid slightly below 5 million. It's almost 5 million. And the rest of the monies were expended. We will have a list.
Kindly take us specifically to that part of the report.
So it is found in my affidavit, page 44.
Page 44, that is what you said, but we want to look at the report itself.
Volume 2.
Volume 2. At what page?
Page 44.
No, we're not looking at your affidavit, Rogoni. We want to look at the actual report.
Okay, the report is in...
Have you seen the report?
So, in page 58 of volume 4B, the committee was able to establish the following findings: that each victim, those who are alive, were paid 60,000, and that is 52 of them.
Before we go to the amount paid to the victims, how much was raised in total as per the committee?
14 million. 13 million in form of cash and 935,000 M-Pesa. There was a pay bill.
Was there a specific pay bill or bank that these funds
It was a pay bill.
And where were these funds supposed to be deposited? Any bank account?
There was a Kericho County donation account that was opened. So the pay bill number was 8062001. Account title is Londiani Accident Victim Support.
Thank you. So what were the findings of the committee in terms of how the 14 million was spent? Can you take us to the specific page where
now,
the committee...
Page 61.
How was the money spent?
So this is how the money was spent. The other committee was able to find that 48 families have received 90,000, that is 4.3 million. 8 survivors have been compensated for 80,000. That makes a total of 4.8 million. Now, there was an expenditure.
Thank you. Before you go there, let me ask you the question. Other than paying the victims 90,000 each,
yes,
was the money used in any other way?
Yes.
Contrary to the governor's direction?
Correct.
How was it utilized?
Kericho Referral Hospital, that is Kericho District Hospital, received 2,037,524. Londiani Hospital, 1,534,190. Supertrix, these are tents at Londiani Stadium. This was during the fundraiser, and 2.945 million. Supershine, tents at Ray's Hotel, 411,000. And we have Ray's Hotel lunch for 100 people, 100,000. PSM, those are the ward administrators and the rest, printing and refreshment, 423,000. County Commissioner, fuel and meal allowance for the team, 300,000. So we have the damaged motorcycles, 300,000, and that brings a grand total of 13,540,714. What was left in the account is 112,296. And remember, they have not added what was in the pay bill.
Thank you. So what percentage in your assessment went to other expenses other than compensating the victims, contrary to the wishes of the donors?
So nearly 10 million shillings went to other expenses out of the 14 million that was raised. And that is nearly 60%, 60-65.
Let's go to volume 4D at page 57. Volume 4D of the County Assembly's documents at page 57. Were you able to collaborate from bank statements that indeed the monies were spent
yes,
in other ways other than compensating the victim? Let us go to page 60 of volume 4D.
That is true.
Confirm from, first of all, page 57, in whose name is that account?
Kericho County donation account.
Was that where monies in respect to...
This is where all the monies from the fundraiser were deposited in.
Page 4, volume 4D, Honorable Senators, at page 57. Go to page 60, and I want you to look at the last transaction. Page 60 at the last transaction.
The third last.
The last transaction.
Oh, the last transaction.
At page 60.
Yes.
Tell us what is the nature of that transaction and whether you know who the person transacted was.
Fernandez Korir, who is a signatory to this account.
And what role does he play in the county?
Is the Director Finance.
Is he the CFO?
CFO. He's the Deputy Director, but CFO.
How much was withdrawn in cash?
423,000.
Can we go to the second last transaction on the same page?
Supertrix Limited Entertainments.
Was that the same company that you had discovered supplied tents and was supposed to be paid?
Yes,
how
in
much?
Londiani Stadium, 2,945,000.
Let's go to page 61.
61.
The second from the top. 61 of the same volume.
There's a withdrawal.
From who?
By Fernandez K. Korir.
How much?
300,000.
Let's go to the third transaction on the same page.
This is a withdrawal again.
By who?
Leonard Oti.
The amount?
100,000.
Let's go to the fourth transaction on the same sheet.
It's a withdrawal again.
How much?
By Leonard Oti, 300,000.
Counsel for the County Assembly, keep your eye on the clock. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Maybe perhaps at this juncture, I would seek for your indulgence to be just given 10 more minutes to complete with this witness. I will be able to shorten my examination.
Very well. 10 more minutes.
Thank you. What is the nature of that transaction?
It's a withdrawal.
Yes.
Of 300,000.
300,000.
By Leonard Oti.
Who is Leonard Oti?
This is a signatory to this account, and this is an employee of the county government of Kericho.
In what capacity?
He is an accountant.
He's an accountant. Are these people who are appointed by the governor to sit in this committee?
I believe this is part of the team that sat in the committee of the Londiani.
At the beginning of your testimony, did we see the governor saying that you'll direct the committee on how to utilize the money?
We saw the governor.
So, do you then think that the governor was aware or ought to have been aware of the transactions that took place in this account?
This squarely puts, the statement of facts to the governor, because he committed that all the monies raised were meant for the victims, but up to 9 million cannot be accounted for.
Thank you. Did you have an opportunity to visit Londiani Hospital and any other hospitals that these monies are purported to have been paid to?
The ADO committee paid a visit to Londiani Hospital, Kericho Referral, and even up to Nakuru, where most of those patients were referred to.
What was unearthed from their physical interaction with these hospitals?
Most of those hospitals, they had not, and they were never paid the amounts that they have been, that is indicated in the report to have been paid to these facilities.
So, in your assessment, how much money from the donated amount never got its way to the victims?
9 million shillings.
To date, has the governor explained to your satisfaction or even to any level of satisfaction how that money was spent?
Even after the report has been produced, the governor has never given any explanation.
And when was the report produced and forwarded to him?
In 2023, that is the month of August.
2023, the month of August. So was this motion in anticipation of the report, or it was the report that came earlier?
It is the report that came earlier. And remember, this motion, the motion to impeach the governor in the previous impeachment, this motion featured as one of the grounds.
What were the specific recommendations you sent to the governor in respect of the handling of this fund?
That the monies that were meant for the victims, which the governor honored to ensure the victims were paid, was never paid. We requested the governor to investigate and ensure all the monies that were meant for the victims and the families that lost the loved ones was paid.
I am made to understand that the specific officials that were highlighted as having misappropriated this fund subsequently went to court to seek injunctive orders against the implementation of this report, correct?
Yes, they anticipated disciplinary action.
Just a minute. Is that true or not?
That is true.
Who were the parties of that case?
It was once Dr. Bor, there is a CEO, Betty Chebe, and others.
Was the governor an interested party in that?
He was an interested party.
Did the governor swear an affidavit for or against that request by the CCs?
He did in support of the officials.
So he went to court and asked the court not to implement the report.
That's
what
true.
you're saying?
That is true.
That is captured in an affidavit, correct?
Yes.
Would you then say that the governor had the intention of implementing this report?
He had no intentions of implementing the report.
To date, has the governor given any contrary audit or report of how these funds were used?
He's never.
Almost 1 year down the line.
2 years down the line.
2 years down the line. What would you say about his conduct then?
He is a complicit in the whole setup.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, thank you. I was looking at the watch. Thank you. Let's move to the other issue, Kazi Mtaani. Again, tell us when a report on the Kazi Mtaani initiative was made by the respective committee.
Kazi Mtaani, I sat as the vice chair, and the chairman was One Honorable Paul B.
Honorable Senators, may I refer you to volume 4A of the County Assembly's documents at page 229 to 355. Volume 4A, page 229 to 325. 355. Proceed, Mr. Rogoni, directly to the recommendations and findings of the committee, and tell us when this report was finalized.
This report, we did the report in the month of July, August. We came up with the report. Remember, the program started in February, and the findings. The report is with the governor, because once we've done our part as the assembly, a copy of the report is sent to the executive for implementation.
Yes.
But shockingly to date, the governor has never even implemented a single recommendation out of this report. And remember, the county government of Kericho, through the two municipalities, lost cumulatively 39 million.
And have you seen the response of the governor in respect to that allegation? What has he said about it?
From the replying affidavits in the previous motion, the governor alleged the county government of Kericho did not lose funds through the program. But from the report, you can see there are even companies that were not pre-qualified. They did nothing, but they were paid without a single document. I'm talking about the LSO, because if you're given a job to clean a place in town, you've got to have an LSO. Not a single LSO of all the 16 companies, 9 for Kericho and 6 for Litein municipality, were given or supplied with an LSO for them to process for the payments.
Maybe you might want to take some time and highlight, because not all of us are aware of this initiative. What was the nature of this initiative? How would it work? And who are the beneficiaries and who are the participants of the initiative?
When the governor launched this initiative in 14th February 2023, it was meant to give an opportunity to the youth, the women, and the people, the marginalized from the two municipalities. That was more of like offering them a job opportunity through that program. But because there was no policy, the governor resorted to engaging those contractors who were doing jobs in the Department of Environment. Because there was no law, there was no legislation, there was no legislation to support the process. Now the governor used contractors procured in the Department of Environment underwater.
So are you saying that the money never got to the intended
now the youth and the women who appeared before the committee during the hearing, actually they were complaining because they were never paid. Initially, these contractors were supposed to pay them either weekly or after 10 days for a period that they signed the contract. But out of this, you can see from the report, there is even a contractor who was...
Take us to the specific page where those complaints were raised and what was the nature of those complaints.
So the report is page 230 of volume 4A.
So for my understanding and for record purposes, how were the youths of Kericho County supposed to receive or to get their cash?
These contractors promised to pay them via M-Pesa.
Correct?
Each, and they were assigned duties in the various parts of the municipalities.
So was it the contractor who would subcontract the youths, or it was the county that contracted the youths directly?
It was a contractor who contracted the youths directly, but supervised by the municipality, the municipal manager of that particular municipality.
Proceed and show us the findings of the report.
You can see the whole thing is voluminous, but let me just take you to page 253, because that is where, page 253, you can see down there, 252, sorry. there was only one director who appeared before the committee, and that is 4.6, Director of Gleris Company Limited and Rehiza. Again, in this program, it was so funny where a contractor with 2 companies was given the job. So you can see he explained the number of days he was given from the BQ and the amount in that BQ. Out of this particular contractor was supposed to hire. In Kericho municipality, they had anticipated to hire 70 youth, 120 youth. In Litain, it was 70. But these numbers ballooned because of the number of contractors who were given the job. But then they were supposed to still pay these men, youth, women, and the marginalized group.
So then ultimately, who were the beneficiaries of the funds that were utilized under the Kazi Mtaani initiative?
These contractors.
Those contractors. And can you confirm that the Kazi Mtaani initiative was the governor of Kericho's program?
It was squarely the governor's. That is why it is called Equalizer Kazi Mtaani. It is him who launched the program. And from the photos, if we had time, you can see. I want to believe in all the annexures, you can see the governor even pushing the wheelbarrow in one of the, during the launch of the program in both Kericho and Litain.
Indeed, I'm made to understand the governor's nickname or campaign name is
Equalizer.
Equalizer. Is that true?
That is
you want
true.
that to go on record?
That is true. Equalizer.
Thank you. How much, in your estimation or from the report, was utilized in this initiative?
For the 2 municipalities, it was 39 million. Kericho being 23 and the balance being for Bureti, Litain municipality, 16 million.
And have you seen the response of the governor and how he has responded to the issue? Has he made any clarification or brought documents to confirm how that?
First of all, he relied on the affidavits of the former CEC in charge of lands, once Malel Kipruto. That from what the officers gave him, the information, there was no funds lost. But the committee, where I sat as a vice chair, we felt the value for money in these programs could not be, met.
Thank you very much. So in your final submissions, of all the grounds that you have accused the governor of in terms of violating the Constitution and other laws, would you say that the governor is liable for all the impeachment charges that you brought against him?
This is one of the grounds that it shows the governor, even 2 years down the line, is never acted on this report. There are very specific recommendations where a contractor was paid. He never discharged even a duty anywhere because of even the attachments. Now, when we gave the recommendations, the governor has never even communicated back to the committee on the implementation, whether these contractors returned the money. Remember also, there's a contractor who signed for 46 days, but he was paid for 26 days. So the government of Kericho lost that money. We recommended that the contractor be surcharged or he completes the work where he was paid in excess of what he was supposed to do. That never happened, and the governor can confirm in his defense.
Thank you very much. I reserve the remaining minute for my re-exam, if need be. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir.
Counsel for Governor, you may proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Good afternoon, Mheshimiwa Rogony.
Good afternoon, Kato.
We are meeting again.
Yes.
Yes. Just for the information of the honorable senators, you are similarly the person who moved the motion in September 2024, isn't it?
That is true.
And you moved this one.
And I'm again the mover.
This time.
This time again.
Yes, and when we were in the county assembly, you said you will move another one, isn't it?
No, perhaps this will be the last one if we will successfully.
Okay. But your mission in the assembly is to remove him, isn't it?
Not my
when
mission.
you are elected, you took it that this is the mission to remove the
Of
governor.
course, if
Okay.
this house finds him
Now,
liable.
Kasim Tani, one of your recommendations was that the EACC to investigate, isn't it?
That is true.
It's true. And you're aware that the governor instructed his people to hand over all the documents for the EACC investigations?
I'm not aware.
You don't know that the EACC is investigating?
That's what you are now raising here.
You don't know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, I sat in this committee.
Okay. Does it reduce your appetite to impeach the governor, or it still remains the same?
Now we have the officers who were involved.
Okay. Yeah, so this project was under lands, isn't it?
No, the two municipalities, not lands. We have the municipality of Kericho
Yes.
and Litein.
Yes.
And the two are supposed to be very independent.
Eventually, were these projects under what department in the county government was it falling?
That is the Department of Lands, the mother department.
The mother department is
Yes.
lands. And who was the CEC when this project was going on?
One Brian Langat.
One Brian Langat. Could you confirm that Brian Langat is a lawyer?
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. Could you confirm that you've recruited him in the county assembly?
He is now a deputy director.
Just answer my question directly. He's a part of the county assembly, isn't it?
Yes.
And he's part of the witnesses in this impeachment of the governor, isn't it?
He is not.
Isn't he one of the people who are cited in the county assembly motion to impeach the governor?
But not in this program.
No.
Cousin
Just a
Tan is
minute.
another
Just a minute.
program.
All I'm asking is that Brian Langat was part of this. Is part of these impeachment processes. Is one of the resource people you interviewed for purposes of impeaching the governor in these proceedings before the Senate, isn't it?
We interviewed two of the SAC.
Just answer,
CECs.
is Langat one of them?
He is not one of them.
You didn't interview him?
Now, he is an employee of the county assembly, unless in the previous motion.
Okay. Now, as we speak, it is true then that he was the CEC for lands when you are investigating Kasim Tani, isn't it?
That is true.
And it is true that the governor has removed him from employment, isn't it?
That is true.
So, to what extent then are you telling these honorable senators that indeed the Senate, His Excellency the governor has done nothing, when indeed it is on record? Just listen before you answer. I know you want to answer. To what extent can you say he has not done anything when, number one, he has forwarded the files to EACC, and number two, the only thing he could do, being to remove the person who is answerable to him, the CEC, he has sacked?
Council, that will be hypocritical because one, Wakili Brian Langat was the CEC. We have the CEO who is still serving.
Okay.
And that is
Thank you very much.
That is the accounting officer.
Yes, sorry. Thank you very much. So you have, apart from the CEC, Brian, you also have the CEO and you have the county managers.
Yeah, the municipal managers.
Municipal managers who
Yes.
are you are implicating.
Yes.
Now, could you tell the honorable senators, are they answerable to the governor?
Yeah, governor is the CEO of the county.
Can he sack them?
He can sack the CECs, even the county chief officers. It's a disciplinary process.
Isn't it true that they are answerable to the Public Service Board?
In terms of
please just answer the
disciplinary
question.
action,
Who employs them?
the Public Service Board.
And who disciplines them?
The Public Service Board.
And who retires them?
The Public Service Board.
So what are you trying to say then? Now, you say that some of the contractors were improperly paid and that some youths and women came to complain to you, isn't it?
To the committee.
To the committee. You also saw the list provided in reply to your complaint, a list of youths and women saying they were paid. You saw that in response to the petition.
It is only...
Please answer the question.
It's only
Is
one
it true?
list, one contractor with a list that shows some M-Pesa transaction, but you cannot confirm whether those monies were channeled to those numbers.
Could I ask the question, please? It is true that the governor has provided a list of women and youth who are paid in response to your complaint that some youths were not paid, isn't it?
Council, it's an amorphous list.
Please, let's not argue. Is it true that you've seen that the governor has provided a list of the youths?
It is in the report.
It's there. Okay. Now, these are the youths that you say have come to complain to you, youths and women. Has any of them, to the best of your knowledge, gone to court to complain about non-payment for work they had given to the county? Is there any case of a complaint that I have worked and I have not been paid, filed in court?
They complained before the assembly.
I'm just asking you, are you aware of any court case?
I'm not aware about court case.
On this Kasim Tani?
Yes.
Are you aware of any complaint to the police on this Kasim Tani unpaid payments?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware. And Kasim Tani was done which year?
In 2023.
2023. So we have about 2 financial years between then and now, isn't it?
That is true.
Have you seen that issue of Kasim Tani featuring anywhere in the auditor's report? Because that is that's an independent entity that would audit. Have you seen that case
You're
of Kasim Tani?
talking about the Auditor General's report?
Yes, Auditor General's report.
It featured in our reports.
Please answer my question. Has it featured in... You are interested. You're interested in impeaching the governor forever. So I want somebody independent. Has the Auditor General captured any complaint about Kasim Tani losses of money? To the best of your knowledge.
I'll have to... Okay, thank you. Already there is a report on HADO committee of Kasim Tani project implementation.
Mheshimiwa, that question is either yes or no.
Already there is a...
Are you aware of any Auditor General's report on that
PPRA
issue?
report.
Who has asked you about PPRA? Could you just wait, please? I've asked you about the Auditor General. Is there any report from Auditor General? To the best of your knowledge?
I'll need to check then.
To the best of your knowledge, Mheshimiwa.
Okay, not so far.
You're not aware. What of Londiani victims? Is there any? Are you aware of any Auditor General's report on that Londiani loss you're claiming?
Of course, it cannot find
Please just
its way
answer the
to
question.
Auditor General's report.
It's not there.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, who did you say was in charge of who was the head of the county government's representation in the Londiani victims issue?
Dr. Wesley Bor.
It was Dr. Wesley Bor.
Yeah.
As we speak today, where is that Dr. Wesley Bor?
Dr. Wesley Bor exited service in the county government.
He left to work.
Yes.
And it is your case still that the governor has done nothing, yet he has retired Dr. Wesley Bor.
Dr. Wesley Bor resigned. He was not removed by the governor.
How do you know that he didn't remove him?
Because...
Okay, so anyway, an action has been taken, isn't it?
It is not the governor who took the action.
Was he answerable to the governor?
Yes.
He was answerable to the governor?
Yes.
And do you know whether the governor then told him to resign? Do you know that for a fact?
Now...
Do you know or you don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know that, okay. Now, in your report for Londiani, you also interviewed somebody by the name Edna Tonu, isn't it? And implicated her in that report.
It was...
was Edna Tonu
the
one of
judge
the people
in charge of health?
Yes. Was she mentioned in that report?
As a CEC.
And you made recommendations?
Part of the committee, that's okay.
You made recommendations about her, isn't it? About the need to discipline her, isn't it?
Those who were...
Please just answer the question. Edna Tonu was mentioned.
She was not part of the... She was not part of those who were recommended to be disciplined.
Okay, but she was in health.
Counsel for the governor, your time is up, unfortunately.
Mr. Speaker, sir, could I very kindly plead for about 10 minutes, kindly?
Very well.
Thank you.
10 minutes to conclude.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. Did you mention her in the report?
As those who were present in one of the meetings.
Thank you. And has she been removed by the governor?
Yes, of course.
She has been removed. What of Leonard Ngetich?
He's a former CEC.
Has he been removed by the governor?
Yes.
And you still want these senators, honorable senators, to still hold the governor as not having taken any action on the Londiani issue? Now, is it true that the people you had mentioned in that report included one Betsy?
Yes.
And is it true that Betsy filed a suit against you in court on that
was
report?
against the assembly.
Not you.
Yeah, okay. I don't know whether I'm the assembly, but
Okay. Anyway, Honorable Rogonya, I am more interested in the fact that it is true that you went to court, isn't it?
Against the assembly,
together with other people who are recommended.
Actually, the
for
findings
removal.
of the report.
Yes,
She was
against the finding of the reports.
Yes,
and a decision was made by the court that the governor should not take that's not correct. My apologies. A decision was made by the court that no action should be taken on that report, isn't it?
Yes, the findings.
The findings that no action is to be taken.
Yes.
But that notwithstanding, you want these honorable senators to say that the governor has not done anything when at most she was respecting a court order.
So you mean we leave the 9 million without accountability, and that was publicly?
No, your case is not 9 million. Your case is that you have made recommendation in around 2023 and governor has not done anything. And I'm telling you, governor has removed about 4 people from employment, and when he was to take the next action, a court order was in place.
Removal is not compensation, Kato.
And so what did you want the governor to do? You want him to remove the money
To
from his
compensate.
pocket? Okay. Now let's move on. What have you done yourself? You have oversight over the resources. Have you gone to court yourselves? Yeah?
I don't know.
Have you
whether
gone
that
to
is
court for the
relevant.
recovery of the money, Honorable Rogoy, yourself?
Perhaps that is what we should be doing.
That's what you should be doing. Have you recorded a statement of the EACC which is investigating? Have you recorded a statement?
Now who records it?
Have you? Just answer the question, yes or no.
Okay, I haven't.
You haven't. Have you written to EACC to investigate?
Counsel.
Have you?
Out of the report, it
have
would
you
find its way
written
to
to
the
EACC to investigate this issue?
EACC can acquire this information
I'm
from the
asking
assembly.
you, Honorable Rogoy, you're saying the governor has not taken an action, and I'm firstly asking you, as the accountable person that you want to say you are, have you written to EACC to investigate this issue if you are as aggrieved as you are, as you pretend to be?
Perhaps I'll need to...
You need to write.
Mheshimiwa,
to write.
Avoid being dodgy. These are very simple, straightforward questions, so that we save on time.
Mr. Speaker, it's a committee on implementation to follow...
Proceed, counsel, for the
report.
governor. Proceed.
Thank you. Now, it is true that this issue of Kasim Tani and Londiani were part of the impeachment complaints that you made in September 2024.
That is true.
Yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
And you've brought them back again today.
That is true.
And in the next one that you propose to bring, you will bring the same ones, isn't it?
At least it's been prosecuted now. It was not. Remember, our case was not heard in the last impeachment.
You are saying these senators didn't hear your case?
They didn't hear because of the preliminary objection that you brought in.
You are complaining against them?
Because our file was never opened.
Okay. And at that time, you didn't manage to get 32 MCS, which was 2/3.
We now have 33.
And this time round, you didn't get until you voted for Kibet yourself, Honorable Rogoy.
I voted once, Council.
You voted for Kibet, and you called him and told him, let me give you 400 so that you swear an affidavit to say, I have 200. 200 plus Dubai plus Rwanda.
Council, that clip is not me.
But the voice is exactly this one, Honorable Rogoy. How do you explain that?
Council, the person who was talking in that clip was a bit drunk. I'm not drunk. I don't even drink.
We would like the people of Kericho and people who voted for you to hear you say this. You're saying you don't drink.
I don't, Council.
Completely.
You know, Council.
Do you or you don't drink?
Mr. Speaker.
No, the issue of drinking you've raised.
Let me clarify.
Do you drink or you don't?
I don't drink.
Completely.
I'm a Seventh-day Adventist.
The moment you are a Seventh-day Adventist, you don't drink.
You know, Council.
Okay, let's leave that issue. I don't think we want to go there. And lastly, on Londiani, I just want to explore this subject on Londiani finally. Is it true that when you investigated the Londiani matter, you found that the county commissioner was the chair of the committee?
He was a co-chair. Remember, the only outsider in that committee was
Please
the
just
county
stick to
commissioner.
the question I'm asking you. Was the county commissioner the chair?
The co-chair.
Together with?
The county secretary.
Who has left Dr. Bor, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And was the governor a member of that committee?
He appointed his own members.
Please answer the question. Was he a member?
He appointed his own
Please
members.
answer the question. Was he a member?
He is the appointing authority.
Mr. Speaker, so I'll ask the witness to answer the question.
He is not a member,
He's not a
but he
member.
appointed the members.
You looked at the bank accounts, isn't it?
Yes.
Is he a signatory to any of the bank accounts?
We only have 2 signatories.
Is he one of the signatories?
He is not one.
He's not. And did you trace any money to him from any of the withdrawals?
Council.
Please answer the question.
We had
Did
the governor speak.
Please answer the question.
Was
any money?
Let's make progress. Just respond to the question.
Yes, thank you very much. Was any money, did the governor ever walk to the bank and remove any money?
No.
Thank you very much. That's all, Mr. Speaker, sir. And Mr. Ogonyo, you are my friend. I hope we remain friends.
No, we will be friends.
Okay, thank you.
Any re-examination? Council for the County Assembly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, very briefly, Mr. Ogoni.
Yes.
Other than the Auditor General, has any other independent body taken up investigations in respect of the Kazi Mtaani initiative, to the best of your knowledge?
ESCC says the mother, and PPRA too. PPRA.
What has, we're looking at the letter at page
Page 206, volume 4. Page 206.
Volume 4 of the County Assembly's document?
Yeah.
What is the title of that letter from PPRA?
A report on ad hoc committee on Kazi Mtaani project implemented by Litein and Kericho municipal boards.
Indeed, PPRA is requesting for documentation that they had earlier requested for in the month of January, correct?
Correct, 13th of January.
So is it then correct for the governor to state that there is no other independent body that has taken up the matter?
It is wrong, of course, for him.
It is not correct.
It is not correct.
Thank you. The governor has also stated through council that Dr. Wesley Bor was removed from office by the governor. Has the governor produced any document to indicate that indeed Dr. Wesley Bor was removed from office by the governor as a result of your recommendation?
None. Is produced none.
To the best of your knowledge, what were the circumstances surrounding the exit of Dr. Wesley Bor?
Dr. Wesley Bor, remember, he was heavily mentioned in Londiani accident and again in Kazi Mtaani. So the Honorable Paul B., who was the chairman of Kazi Mtaani, produced an impeachment motion against Wesley Bor. Wesley Bor tendered resignation upon the signatures collection because he was going to be impeached because he's part of the cabinet. He resigned.
Thank you. And you confirm that it was in the case before court that barred the implementation of the committee, that the governor saw an affidavit asking the court not to allow the implementation of
yes.
the committee. Correct? Thank you. You've also been told that one of the witnesses who appeared before the Senate yesterday, one Edna Tonui,
yes,
was the CEC in charge of health at the time.
She
I want you
was
to
not.
look at page 82 of volume 4B of the County Assembly's documents.
Volume 4B.
At page 82.
Page 82.
Kindly tell us who was the CEC in charge of health at the time.
The CEC in charge of health that time
Council
was...
for County Assembly, your time is up, unfortunately.
Just 2 minutes, kindly.
No, we'll give you 2 minutes.
Thank you. Who was the CEC in charge of health at the time?
Bill Brenda B.
Is Bill Brenda B still a CEC?
She's still serving.
She's still serving?
Yes.
Thank you very much, and that's all for this witness. Thank you. And that brings us to the close of the County Assembly's case. But I will be making a short application after the witness has been interrogated by senators. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or clarifications from the honorable senators? Clerk, someone should work on my dashboard. It's run blank. Yes, Senator Fernandi.
Mheshimiwa Rogony, I'm told you are the Mutusi of Kericho. Well, two questions only will be, one, are you aware of Section 45 and Section 44 on the appointment and nomination, that both the county secretary and chief officers are nominated or appointed by the governor after competitively being recruited by County Public Service Board? Number two, Speaker, sir, is the ground on fictitious payments the only ground that you want Governor Mutai to go home? Number three, in your culture, of course the Kipsigis culture, what happens to the person who hits or misuses the money belonging to the death? And finally, what do you mean by pastor's appreciation of paying 100,000 shillings? Is the prayer so expensive in Kericho? And out of 14 million, 4 million went to, approximately 4 million went to the victims, 10 million went to expenses. Was this justifiable? And finally, what do you want us to do to the governor? I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Essie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would wish to ask the mover of the motion the following. Did he interact with the voting system before impeachment? That's one. And secondly, do you want this Senate to impeach the governor for not implementing a report? And finally, do we have a report from the Office of the Auditor General? Thank you.
Senator Faki.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is with regard to the Kazi Mtaani report. Is it that the work which was supposed to be done by the companies that were pre-qualified was not done, or the people who did the work, that is the young people who are employed to do the work, were not paid by the pre-qualified companies? Number two, there are allegations that 18 members of the Assembly never voted for this motion. What is your response to this allegation? Thank you.
Senator Kericho Tabitha.
Thank you. The mover of the motion, it's about the Rodiani, because I remember it was a very sad tragedy when we all came to Rondiani. We were all there. I remember even Chirangai was there, and we really contributed. And I'm happy to see what the video that was played, that even the governor went ahead to say he's going even to ensure that their bills are cleared in the hospital. But then when you're standing there, when you're talking to the world and to the Kenya to say that some of the victims were not paid. Is that what you are saying, that some of the victims were not paid? And the money in the statements where the governor had said that he's going to clear the bills, the withdrawals, have you traced to see whether it went to pay the hospital? And then on the side of the governor, if there are people that were not compensated, it would be nice if they can be compensated. Whichever means will be used, I think it would be very nice for them to be compensated. I think I have nothing more to say. Thank you.
Senator Lekino.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is direct to the witness, reminding you that you are under oath. There's a specific question that you are asked, whether indeed you voted for a particular MCA. That is issue number one. And I want you to be very candid on this matter. because earlier on we were dealing with the issue of the threshold. And this is what is going to determine whether this governor goes home, ends his career, or he stays to serve the people of Kericho. So can you please reiterate and repeat under oath whether or not you voted for the nominated MCA, or whether you offered him an incentive to be able to vote so that you can achieve the threshold? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kenyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mine is to the move of the motion. In volume 40, page 60, he was saying that there is somebody called Leonard Oti who withdrew money in particular times when he was presenting. But I don't see the annexes with the issue that money for Rondiani was not reaching the victim, by virtue that the same Leonard Oti was withdrawing the same amount of money long before the Rondiani accident. For example, if you look at the same page 60, the fourth transaction, it shows he withdrew 99,000. Then on 24th December 2021, he withdrew 259 long before the Rondiani. So I don't know the annexes, why you are showing us down here how the money was being withdrawn and showing like those people are correct, but they're the same people who have been doing money long before. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Muma.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Now, my question is for clarification on the issue of whether the governor is accountable to the assembly, whether you are able to call the governor. Of all the issues you've raised, in his opening remarks, the governor said he has not had an opportunity to look at and implement the ad hoc report. Is it possible that the issues you have raised in terms of payments, rogue or is it fraudulent payments, and others of misappropriation of funds has just happened, or is an issue that has happened before this ad hoc report? And if it so has happened, is the governor accountable, or it is only the officers who would have signed directly? There are people who would have been on a committee who would be accountable. Can you guide us on the nexus between accountability and the governor on the issues you've raised?
Senator Tobiko.
Thank you, Speaker. No. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to know from the witness, according to you, how many MCAs actually voted for the impeachment motion that you moved? And if there is any other proof you have besides the printout which is here, which already seems to be in contestation.
Senator Tabitha.
Mheshimiwa, could you clarify before this house if in any way you either forcibly took any of your colleagues' phone and voted without their consent? Number two, in regards to this fund for the victims of Londiani tragedy, what was the total amount that was contributed in order to to assist the victims. And lastly, on volume 4D, from page 60, we've seen the withdrawals by Fernandez Coril on 21st, amounting to 423. On the same day again, another withdrawal of 300,000. On the same day, another withdrawal by Leonard, amounting to 100, and another withdrawal by the same Leonard, amounting to 300. Who are the signatories of this account? And as we currently speak, these people are fired. In your wisdom, do you feel that these people participated in one way or the other by fraudulently or in whichever capacity? They withdrew this money for their own personal gain. Again, on volume 4B, page 83, I've been able to look at the total expenditure, the alluded expenditure as you actually explained earlier, amounting to 13.5 million. But you state before this House that only 4 million.
Senator Mariam Sheikh. Honorable Senators, you have under 2 minutes, so condense your concerns. Senator Mariam, your time is running.
Thank you, Chair. My question is, Brian Langat, he was removed from the office, and later on, he was again appointed as a CCM. And on that trial, there is Integrity Act, of which Integrity Act of the section of the constitutions, is it allowed that any person which has been removed from the office can be reappointed again? Thank you.
Senator Richard Onyonka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have only one question, Mr. Speaker, and I wanted, Honorable, I don't know that you'll be lucky to have the standing order for Kericho, but I got it from your council, so the Sergeant at Arms could pick it. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the standing orders for Kericho, which is on page 83, actually 82, and you look at our standing orders in the National Assembly, in the Senate, they are nearly the same. And essentially, it just gives us a chronology. If you go to standing order 36. No, sorry, Mr. Speaker. It is basically on electronic voting. What I wanted you to clarify, because it's a matter that we've discussed as members of this sitting, when the voting was done electronically, did you people have a manual system in case the electronic system was going to fail? Because that's what we do here. Every time our system will fail, the speaker will say log in. If it logs in and it doesn't, we are then asked to actually walk to the speakers and we then register and say, no, I wanted to vote yes or no. Did you people have such a last line of defense in case the electronic voting didn't work? Because the question that is related to that is, what would have happened if the electronic system didn't work? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Karen Nyamu.
I'd like to ask the MCA, previously, before this impeachment motion, had the county assembly of Kericho, had they ever used the electronic voting before? And also, what safeguards are in place to prevent alteration of votes once they have been cast? And on Kazim Tani, can you under oath provide any documented instance to show that the governor personally diverted, interfered with, or manipulated the Kazi Mtaani program in Kericho County? Thank you.
Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the honorable member would help a lot. In his opening remarks, counsel for the county assembly told us that the governor is a very bad man. Is it your evidence that he is a bad man? And if so, the people of Kakamega are waiting in respect of the accident that was at Fort Tenan, Londiani. The people who died were predominantly from Kakamega. In fact, Mukulusu village, a family of 4 was wiped out. So they would like to hear that the bad man, the governor, is the one that we are talking about, and more importantly, during your investigation, Honorable, did you establish whether the purported 90,000 that was supposed to go to victims as compensation was actually received, or was it only indicated on paper and the reported bad man did not make the actual delivery?
Senator Mungatana.
Asante Bwana Spika, mimi nilikuwa nauliza katika hii ripoti ya Londiani, Mheshimiwa ametuambia kulikuwa wenyekiti wawili. Kulikuwa county commissioner mwenyekiti, kulikuwa county secretary mwenyekiti. Lakini katika mazungumzo yake sikusikia ataje hatua gani zimechukuliwa dhidi ya county commissioner. Manake kama kuna hatua zimechukuliwa upande huu, lazima pande hii pia achukue hatua. Kwa hivyo nilikuwa nataka kujua kama mheshimiwa katika recommendation zenu ama katika ile report kuna hatua gani mmechukua, ama ilikuwa target ni moja na ni hiyo peke yake. Asante Speaker.
Senator Mundegi.
Asante Bwana Spika. Swali langu kwa mheshimiwa wa Kericho, katika Kenya kuna mipangilio ya kazi wakati pesa imekuja masinani ama kwa serikali, mambo ya Procurement Act. Na kama mlikuwa naangalia kazi vizuri, ndio tujue mnasema ukweli. Mliangalia katika kila wakati yote kuna tangazwa pre-qualified contractors na suppliers wa vitu, hata youth na disabilities. Wale watu wote mmetanza wamelipwa pesa. Wakati mlikuwa naendelea kufanya oversight, mliangalia ama walikuwa pre-qualified, ama walikuwa wamekuwa gazetted kasile kubwa, ama walipata kazi namna gani, ama wakati unajua pia kuna system ya kunjaza ile kazi kila kona, sio mambo ya kupatiwa makaratasi. Mliangalia hiyo mambo mkaona kama ilikuwa inajia ile inafaa, ndio muweze kuona, kwa sababu wakati kazi imetangazwa mpaka wale watapeana kazi mpaka angalie mtu wa chini na wa juu walijaza hiyo makaratasi namna gani, ndio ifike hapo na walipwa namna gani. Asante Bwana Speaker.
Senator Osotsi.
Thank you, Speaker. My question to the witness is that the system that was used to do the voting, according to the evidence before us, is a system that was developed locally by your people. Is that the case? And if that is the case, speaking as an IT expert, we know that once a system has been developed and installed, there are processes that are done to make the users of that system be able to use the system well. What were the circumstances in which the system was installed today, and then the next day it was supposed to be used for an important exercise of voting? What are those circumstances? And why was training not done properly before the MCS could be allowed to use this system which was developed locally. Number two, I am sure, being an elected MCA, you understand a bit of IT, having gone to school. Do you think it is safe to use IPBDT and a password which is an ID number to log into a system? What would be your basic requirement of a strong IT security environment? Would an ID or an HR number, IPDD, be inappropriate to log into such a very high sensitive system?
Senator Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have two issues. Number one is as a third term MCA, I believe when the last impeachment case failed, I expected you to go back to the county, reconcile with the governor, and work for the people of Kericho County. Did you make an effort as a senior member of the assembly to sit down and see how you can work for the county and with the governor? And then lastly, Honorable Speaker, I wanted to find out from the MCA, during the 14th day, how many MCAs in total were in the chambers? Because from the results that we have seen, it's only 33 that voted. The other 14, what did they do? Did they, because they expected to be either absent or abstain or vote no? And then the last one, if I still have time, if you go to volume 4A of the county assembly, you have said the challenges they faced at the committee. There was limited access to critical information that the committee required to verify allocations raised in the Kasim Tani. Who is this particular person? How come you were not able to access any information on this particular report on Kasim Tani?
Senator Abbas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mheshimiwa Mudok, my question is that, as you are aware, the governor is the CEO of the county.